Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at more WAFX award winners this afternoon. We're looking at the reuse category, and we're going to get 3 presentations, starting off with Batlleiroig. Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon. We are Albert Gil and Joan Batlle from Batlleiroig, and we are pleased to be here presenting you the eco-district of La Mercedes in Barcelona. Why is La Mercedes sustainable? Because it's a mixed, compact and inclusive neighborhood, a place to learn, work, enjoy and live, an industrial and cultural area in a fertile and self-sufficient environment inside a clean and healthy city, ready to fight the climate emergency. The site is in an area of high-intensity urban transformation of Barcelona. La Mercedes becomes a green link with the future lineal park of La Sagrera, a urban link that relates Bon Pastor and Sant Andreu neighborhoods. La Mercedes transforms 9 areas of disused industrial land, and it's an opportunity to redefine the growth of future cities. We organized the master plan into 5 concepts to be the foundation of the future eco-district. The first, the urban recycle. The second, the urban integration. The third, the cool island effect. The fourth, a green life cycle. And the fifth, the self-sufficiency and energy community.
Starting with the first, understanding, learning, and recycling obsolete areas in the city is about opening them to the urban surroundings, while understanding what is needed. A large urban black hole can become the solution to the surrounding problems. Look at the size of this piece and how it's immersed in the city. The first major milestone was detecting the industrial heritage, a fine example of rationalist industrial architecture in Barcelona. This heritage was not protected and was going to be demolished. Restore and bring a new life to the existing buildings was the main target of the first works, giving a sense of belonging to the new neighborhood. The owner and us start to find the best use for each building, engaging with local companies and institutions in order to create a mixed community. Council facilities, Industry 4.0, university campus, coworkings, and the future green public square in the old production plan. We can see the existing buildings in a good condition and with available industrial architecture. We also see its relation with the city and how this future design university will become the icon from the past and the future. Now we see the old production plan and how it is transformed to the new central square of the neighborhood. The urban transformation must incorporate and show the neighborhood goals, revegetation and sustainability. No, acabat el vídeo.
The second point is about the urban integration. We wanted to create a place where everything is achievable within a 5-minute walk. For this purpose, the first job was to integrate and connect the neighborhood to the city, understanding the surroundings and creating a new centrality. The new and old buildings create several axes to connect with the public transport and the city grid. The second challenge to create the 5-minute city was to propose a mixed city, a place to learn, work, enjoy, and live. We proposed Talent Campus and 4.0 industry around the heart of the neighborhood, the public plaza. We developed housing for 1,300 families, where 40% of it will be social housing with regulated price. Finally, we designed 2 public facilities, a possible school and a citywide institution in the old factory offices, always transforming existing buildings. The existing vertical factory can be transformed into this design university campus. The existing pavilion can be transformed into this 4.0 industry that enhanced the old factory. The existing production plant can be transformed into a proposal for a flexible public spaces, including auditorium. 100% of the public space is dedicated to pedestrians. Thanks to the intelligent underground connections, we propose a delivery last green mile to solve the delivery city problems. The public space proposal focuses on generating community and creating new uses that are unusual in dense cities. The public space is designed to accommodate uses as polyvalent space to do community events, an auditorium to create academic presentations in relation with the university, or terraces with warm atmosphere for the food and beverage. And this is the proposal for these polyvalent spaces on the green public square.
The third, cool island in a biophilic district. 50% of the area is dedicated to public space. This space is designed as a set of green atmospheres that characterize every place and the neighborhood. Every city in the world must investigate in sustainable water management. La Mercedes managed the 10-year period rainwater in the public space. This milestone is very difficult to achieve in the Mediterranean climate, given its torrential rains and in dense cities. Everything to achieve 3 Celsius degrees less in summer than the surrounding neighborhood. This fact is supported by different scientific studies carried out by our office in previous projects and in La Mercedes. This is the existing plot and how it can be transformed to the Mediterranean streets according to our goals.
The fourth point is about green life cycle to achieve near zero emissions. Just preserving the existing buildings, we save almost 20,000 tons of CO2, the equivalent to 3,500 car trips around the world. A urban design that aims to minimize the carbon footprint at all scales, understanding CO2 emissions and proposing solutions such as reused concrete, wood structure buildings, and environmentally friendly materials.
Fifth, self-sufficient and energy community. Using rainwater for irrigation is not common in Barcelona, but it is the standard in La Mercedes. Also design nearly zero energy buildings, above the regulation demands. Creating an energy community to share solar energy and incorporate a district heating and cooling to reduce the demand. The architecture must incorporate and show the neighborhood goals, like renewable energy production. A project aligned with the new European Bauhaus, where beautiful, community, and sustainability are part of the design proposal.
La Mercedes is urban integration and sustainable mobility, weaving a network for a fair future. La Mercedes is a biophilic city, a sponge city, reconnecting with the essence of nature. La Mercedes is shaping a sustainable urban model with almost zero emissions and circularity. La Mercedes is self-sufficiency, an energy community guiding us towards neutrality.
La Mercedes is beauty, community, sustainability. La Mercedes is real.
Well, this is the original factory, and we say that this master plan is real because it has already been approved this year, and we're working toward its finalization. Sometimes, or perhaps always, recycling obsolete areas of our cities is the right answer. Just the opposite to generate new city expansion, consuming natural landscapes. These recycling neighborhoods will represent sustainability principles, like self-sufficient, green life cycle, and biophilic cities to generate a cool island effect. A master plan designed from the heart of nature to invoke our office know-how, merging city and nature since 1981. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. We're going to do some discussion at the end of, after we've seen 3 presentations. And the next presentation is by Arup. And do tell us who you are, by the way.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marco Mugnai. I am an associate architect at Arup. So I'm here to present our project, Rethinking Oil Rigs. Okay, so I'm part of the engineering architecture team in Arup. It's a global multidisciplinary team that's been built to design and deliver complex technical building as needed by modern society all over the world. We actually operate as a single team shared across all Arup offices globally. So we are in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution, in which the Internet of Things drives a growing demand for data center spaces and data center facilities. This explosion of technology is changing our lives, the way we live, the way we work, and the way we interact with each other. New technologies are now available that were never imagined before and need constant data flow and processing power. Our expectation to be online anytime, anywhere, wherever we are, to be a part of the Internet of Everything, is driving and pushing the boundaries of data center needs globally. Technology no longer changes over a generation, as it was the case 100 years ago, or over a decade, as it was the case when I was a child. Technologies change monthly. Our need for the latest gadget, for our appliances at home connected to the network, our electric cars, self-driving taxis, our mobiles in our pockets, they all require more and more data storage. But the cloud is not a mass of vapor that sits in the atmosphere. The cloud is a number of hundreds and thousands of buildings sitting on the planet. It's estimated that by 2050, 2 billion more people will require access to the network. Imagine the impact that this will have on the consumption of land and power. How is our industry going to rise to the challenge of a sustainable and responsible development? What we know is the Internet of Everything is an extreme power-hungry business. So if currently 1% of the power need is already in data center, how will the existing framework cope in 10 years from now? Think about how much this will expand. Well, the only option we have is to think a different future. While looking into the existing network of oil rigs in the North Sea, we know that 30% of the carbon emission from fossil fuel is into oil as of 2019. And many proposals has been made to reuse oil rigs that are sitting in the North Sea. There are more than 500. Overlapping this map with a map of the fiber network at the bottom of the North Sea, we see that these almost exactly match each other. So is there a new possibility for this gigantic structure that represents an era that we need to leave behind, the era of fossil fuels? We can think something new for them. We can think of reusing this structure as data centers connected to the existing network. These new titans will be connected to the network and self-sufficient by the use of solar power, wind power, and wave power. Solar panels in this facade shaped as sails and wind turbines that are installed on the roof of the building will provide energy for this structure. But there's also something else we know. The Rigs to Reef program has already recovered more than 500 of the oil rigs on the Gulf of Mexico. We know that these structures are being repurposed by nature into new ecosystem and marine habitats. So we want to keep the existing structure at the bottom while repurposing all the space at the top of these oil rigs. So we can think this as a network clustered around the mothership where there are habitats for short-term living and for research, and data centers surrounding it. In a world that's ever changing and moving towards a future that we cannot predict, the only thing we know is that we need to drive the change and rethink this structure in a sustainable and reliable way. Thank you.